Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and this is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, the music podcast on where I interview singers and musicians from genres of black music: gospel, jazz, blues, old school classic soul, old school hip hop, today's hip hop and R&B, Caribbean, Latin, Afrobeat, Afro-Latina, blue-eyed soul, disco, go-go, line dances, and the Lost 45s. So come with me as I take you on to a trip to the destination genre of black music right now on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Legal Shield is a proud sponsor of the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Have you been involved in any types of accidents? Have you been a victim of identity theft? Have you been a victim of a computer fraud scam? Have you been in disputes with your tenants or landlords? If your loved one dies and they didn't write up a will for you or for your family, or you and your spouse are filing for divorce, or if you need help by opening up your small business, give Legal Shield a try. Visit their website at LegalShield.com and tell them you heard it here on the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Do it today. You'll be glad you did. Welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and I have a special guest on my show, and it's a music DJ episode. This gentleman that I'm about to introduce is originally from Cameroon in the motherland of Africa and now lives in Jamaica, West Indies. He is a music DJ that plays music to move crowds, connect cultures, and share positive energy through music. He plays Afrobeat, Amapiano, reggae dancehall, hip hop, and R&B. He has played many local events to worldwide venues, including New York, Ibiza, London, Moscow, Dubai, and other countries. Please help me welcome to the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Fab. DJ Fab, how are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to my podcast. Glad to have you here. And in case you may not know, I too was a DJ. I once worked at a small radio station in New Rochelle, New York, in the United States. And then in 2012, I reinvented myself as a music DJ, playing some gigs here and there, representing the Boogie Down Bronx, New York, and the village of Harlem in New York City, where I'm originally from 2012 until 2020, the start of the pandemic, and then came back in post-pandemic 2023. But many of our folks are not computer savvy. They usually look for the newspapers at the newsstand. So now everyone's going to have to start looking for stuff online. But other than that, I'm very delighted to have you here on my show.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So, as always, America doesn't know who you are. The world doesn't know who you are. So, I'm very delighted to have you here. So, let us begin, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I said, you're originally from Cameroon in Africa. What town were you were born in the country of Cameroon?
Obviously, I was born in a place called a small city called Muyuka, and it's in the west side of Cameroon because Cameroon obviously is two. You have the French part and the English part. So the French part is in the central of Africa, and the English part is in the west. So we in the west we speak more of kind of English and pidgin English, and the other side they speak French. So where I was born is kind of a small city in Cameroon, in the west of Cameroon. Yep.
Now, were your parents or any of your family relatives were into some DJ gigs, or did they have regular 9 to 5 day jobs?
Um, just my little brother and my senior brother was into music, but not professionally. But my junior brother was into music professionally. He was kind of like a band guy. He played drums. But other than that, the rest of my family do 9 to 5 kind of thing.
Okay. Now, which high school did you go to?
I went to a high school back in the place I was born. I think it was called that time GBHS Muyuka. Yeah, that was the high school I went to, and I finished my high school in another city called like Tico. Same in the English part of Cameroon. That's where I studied both sides. I did like two sections. One section was in Muyuka, and the other one was in Tico.
And which college did you go to?
I went to like there is a company called Brasseries in Cameroon. I think a lot of Cameroonians will know about this. They know about it. It's like a alcohol company, but they have like a kind of like a college for music. So because they have like sometimes they do like a kind of a promotion thing. I know that that's in the state. I think Guineans usually do it most of the time where they have like a band crew, a DJ, an artist performing live kind of thing. So they have a school where you can go and attend this school and then start working with them. Like it's an easy process. If you pass through their college, they can easily hire you. Like that's where I went to. I went for my college, Brassaris Music School.
And what was your major in college?
My major in college was sound engineering. Obviously,
Okay.
yes, sir, you did.
Now, who did you want to be when you grow up?
Obviously, I just wanted to be respected and successful. I never wanted to be someone that would be in front of people like that, try to be someone popular. I just wanted to be successful and respected in my community. But at the end of the day, music found me
Okay. And how old were you when you started doing the DJing?
in my late teens. I was like 19, 20. I was like 19
Mm.
years old.
Oh, okay. Was being a music DJ your calling?
I wouldn't say being a music DJ was my calling because I studied something else in school. But along the way, like 2005, 2006, um, um, I get into that's when I get into music. Like I started as an artist. I was singing before. So we have a crew that a friend of mine that his dad was in the state. So his dad was sending things home, like kind of computers and things. And he was kind of very smart that he sometimes start recording music and things and was like, oh, who can sing and all that. And I was like, hey, let me get into this. Let me try this. I've been seeing people like Fitty, Lil Wayne. They've been doing this. Let me just check this out, man. And then, boom, we started doing music. And back home, it was not like in the state where you have a lot of studios and things where you can get to music easily. Back home it was very, very hard. Like if you were someone like artist DJ, then your family look at you like, oh, this one is gone. Like you will never be anybody. They don't look at music, football, and all these things like now parents really want their kids to be. Back then, if you say you're a musician, keep this kind of hair, they'll be like, ah, this one's a criminal. So I was doing that, but still yet going to school because my family was still pushing me to go to school and things. I wasn't really in that until like 2009 when I decided like, no, artist, I don't think being an artist would really work because I need a lot of money. Why me not just start DJing and getting paid than waiting for my music to blow? And that's how I really switched to it.
Okay. Now, in Cameroon, did Cameroon radio played any of your favorite American artists?
Oh my God, Michael, all the time. Michael Jackson, or even my dad. My dad used to have a, even though my dad is one of the influence that I had also when it comes to music thing, he used to have these turntables in the house, the one sided that you just put and it plays. So he bought it when he was in Jamaica. Also, he bought something like that, came back with it, and he used to listen to the radio all the time. And there was like about a certain time where the radio station would do music, because back then we usually do only like hip hop and dancehall. We listen to hip hop and dancehall, then with a little bit of makossa. Makossa is originally from Cameroon, so that's what we usually listen to. A little bit of Afrobeat from Nigeria, because that time Afrobeat was not popular. It was really down. Only hip hop, R&B, and reggae, dancehall. So they usually play. My favorite was Michael all the time. I usually used to sit on the radio, wait for him for his songs to just come and listen only to the song before I go even play. I used to love Michael, man.
Now, growing up, who were some of your favorite American artists? You mentioned Michael Jackson. Who were some of the
Yes.
others?
Kenny, I was in love with Michael Jackson, Kanye West, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, and R. Kelly. These are the people I really love the music. I relate with their music.
Hmm. And who were your DJ influences that inspired you? Because, like I said, as a DJ myself, I went to different nightclubs and the after work parties. I've seen so many DJs be blending every type of music for the young and the old. And one of my favorite DJs that I got a chance to see was the late DJ Mr. C. He started playing some old school hip hop and some old school classic soul. Who were some of your influences?
Some of my influence that I had when I started was before I even started was Jesse Jeff and Master Flash. Like Master Flash was one of the people I started watching when I was not even DJing. I've been watching him doing like his inspiration. Like he's he has this. I don't know how to put it, but he can create a moment without even people dancing. He can just sit and say, "I want to do this. I want to try this," and then he get on decks and make it work. Like he was one of my biggest inspiration. People are even till now. He's still one of them. Master Flash and Justice
Okay,
Jeff. Big up to
right.
the legend.
Okay. Now, in Cameroon, how many local events did you play at?
I would say a lot. I can't count them because for when I started to when I leave Cameroon, I've played in a lot of venues, a lot of events, a lot. Like in my city, one of the biggest places I was playing there. Every Cameroonian that grew up with me from my city, they know I've played in a lot of different events, and that's one of the things that gave me a lot of experience about reading the crowd and playing different genres of music. Because back home, we usually don't listen to one genre of music. We listen to a lot of music. So playing in these different events really, really, really helped my career.
Now, after your success in Cameroon, you played at beach clubs, VIP events, and other venues. How many people have come to you and say, "We love the music that you're playing"?
Definitely uncountable. I can't count how many events I've played, and people run up to me and say, "We love how you play. We love what you're doing. Just keep doing it. And can you come back to this spot?" People rebook me because of how I handle the event. And again, I'll go back to like the gigs I did in Cameroon that really helped me to read the crowd to know like faster what people really want. So most places I've played, they called me back again to come perform. So that's how I find out like, hey, I'm doing something good. Let me just keep doing what I'm doing.
Mhm. Now, you played so many genres. You played Afrobeat, you played Ampiano, reggae, dancehall, hip hop, and R&B. How do you keep the music, or should I say, how do you keep the people dancing to those music genres?
First of all, is reading the crowd. I would say reading the crowd and the experience I got from back home, it's one of the main thing that keeps me switching genres, but still keeping the same vibe. I will read the crowd. Sometimes when I go to perform, first thing I will do is I'll play like different genres of music to see where the people react more, just to know where they lean on. Then I will know where I can take them or the journey we're going to.
Now, over the years, you were playing music and have shared with many artists on the same stage, which includes Akon, Wizkid, Davido, Rima, Chris Brown, and others. What was it like being on stage with those artists while you're playing the music in between?
That was one of the first of all, big up to all the artists I did event with, I collaborate with and work with. That was one of the moments in my life where I found out like sometimes as a DJ, you really need to perform with an artist on stage, with live band, with crowd like that for you to really get the real feeling about this DJ of a thing. Because sometimes we do just play in the clubs where we don't have different sounds coming in, like different sounds, different people performing at the same time. It's just you. You can't really tell how this performance of a thing really works. Like when they have to give you a chance, they say, okay, this is your line, perform on this line, this is the band, this is this, and this is the time you perform, this is what you like. We DJs sometimes just go to perform and we get on the club and get on deck and just play our music without anything in between. But performing with these artists, especially the big ones like the names you mentioned, really give me a broad way of thinking as an artist, as a DJ. Yeah. Those guys, they really helped me with my career a lot. I can't lie.
Now, you won a few awards during your DJ gigs and everything. What were they were for?
Uh, some of the all of the awards was for like kind of the work I put in, the work I've put in, and for someone like to, I don't really know how I can put it in English, but it's kind of like an appreciation for my work because I'm that kind of DJ that put a lot of time on this DJ thing. I put a lot of time on my craft. So most of the award they come like an appreciation of you doing good. Like what you're doing, we're giving you this because you're good at it. Not just because I was the best at the moment or anything, but just because you are putting in the work. We need to appreciate the work you're putting in. Because I'm not a kind of a award kind of guy. I don't believe like award will justify someone's work. I don't really believe that. I believe like because there are some people that really they do greater than us, but they still not getting awards. So award is a one man thing, it's a company kind of thing. So I don't really take credit out of people because they didn't get awards. So for me, that award is just like a appreciation thing. It's not like you are the best kind of thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it takes effort, and doing what you do, what you like to do, is doing the best you can. The most
Yes, sir.
important thing is, we as DJs, we want to make sure that we please the crowd and to make sure we don't be putting too much mixing and everything. Because when I go to different clubs or like different functions, I would see the DJs, mixing everything, but then you got to pay close attention to your audience. you have a mixed audience where you have the younger crowd and you have the older crowd. And then you
Hmm.
try to mix it up, something that everyone will love. Because every time when I leave places, there's a lot of people complaining that DJ was mixing too much. Stop that. Or, the other one playing saying, you're playing a lot of hip hop with all that cussing and stuff. So I
Hmm.
pay close attention and everything. So, as I said, when I was doing DJ gigs, I paid close attention to the audience. And sometimes the person who is hiring me, they would tell me what type of music they want to hear. If they want to hear some old school classic soul, or they want to hear those line dances, because the line dances are very popular for the seniors, that is. And also, if I'm doing like a graduation party or retirement, and they would send me what type of music they want me to play, I have to look for it. And right now, with the computer, and even though I don't have the computers like all the DJs be looking at, because back in 2012, I wanted to learn on how those DJs go to the record stores and download everything on their computer. And that's what I'm seeing right now. And yes, even though I didn't get what I really wanted, I ended up burning CDs. So that's what I'm best known for. Because I remember growing up back then, I see all the DJs bringing in crates full of LPs. I'm talking about five, six, seven crate full of LPs, where they're doing that stuff outdoors. And the same thing at the club indoors, you have to bring like two, mainly two crates of LPs and maybe a little small box of 45s. But I pay close attention to the crowd. If I was doing something for the retirees, they want those line dances. They want to hear some Motown or Stax or Philadelphia International, throwing a little bit of James Brown, or throwing some Caribbean music and some Latin music and the line dances. And that's how I pay close attention to the crowd, because getting the award, even though you got the award, but what's in it, inside, in the heart.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's where the effort is putting there. So I'm very glad you brought that up, because sometimes many people got the award, but when you look at the heart, it tells you something else. So I'm very glad you brought that up. Now, here's a question I always ask my guests: living or dead, which DJ you wish you wanted to meet?
Ha, that's a tough one. I really want to meet Master Flash. I will still pick him anytime, any day. He's one of the biggest influence in the world, not just for me, but for DJs in general. I want to meet Master Flash, Jazzy Jeff, and Jimmy Jet. Jimmy Jet is a DJ in Nigeria. He's one of the pioneers in Africa that pushed the culture way forward. So he was one of the DJs. Sorry, I didn't call him before, but he was one of the DJs I also look up to. DJ Jimmy Jet, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and DJ Master Flash. I really want to meet those people. Anytime, any day, I would trade places, but I want to meet them, bro. Shout out to the legends, big up themselves, man.
Yes, yes, indeed. Now, here on the Black Soul Music Experience, I always ask my guests who are the top 10 R&B black artists of all time. But since this is a music DJ episode, and since I have you, DJ Fab, I'm going to be doing the Black Soul Music Experience top DJs of all time. Now, here's how it works. I started like a top 10 countdown, like the show America's Top 10, hosted by the late Casey Kasem, and then I'll get a
Okay.
chance to find out who was the best DJs of all time. We started the bottom five. They got their flowers, but didn't get that much recognition. And then we get to the top five. We'll find out who was the best DJ of all time, who was the best mixer that mixes the beat to another beat. In other words, from another album matches to the next song. And then we will find out who was the best mixing and scratching and all that time. So I'm going to start with my top 10 first, and then after that, you can think of yours and everything. Now, I'm going to start out with some of the local DJs in the NYC because I go to after work parties on Friday nights in the NYC. So I'm going to start off with DJ Mad Marv. I've seen them many times in different clubs and after work parties. He was one of the best. I don't usually see him that much, but he'll be playing all of the stuff that I would like to hear. But there's a lot of mixing and scratching and everything. So I'll put DJ Mad Marv at number 10. Number 9, I'm putting down DJ Steve GQ. When I first saw this brother in 2001, and that's when the CDs were coming in. So I didn't see any more of those LPs and 45s. They were getting into the CD range. So I put DJ Steve GQ at number 9, one of the best DJs, and that started when the CDs were moving in. Number 8, I'll put down the Levy Brothers, one of the best DJ mixers of all times. I'll put them down at number 8. Number 7, I'm putting down a tie. DJ Reggie Wells, when he was at 98.7 Kiss FM in the NYC, and I tie that with a female DJ, and her name is DJ Lady ID, who's at 107.5 WBLS. They play the best mixing of all time, whether they're doing it on vinyl or CD via Serato computer. They do the best mixing ever. They were playing some old school classic soul, a little bit of today's hip hop and R&B, or they'll just dip into some Caribbean music or Afro beats. So I put DJ Reggie Wells and DJ Miss Lady ID at number 7. Number 6, I'm putting in DJ Lady B Wells. This lady is mixing. I'm telling you, she was one of the best DJs ever. I've seen her at different clubs in the NYC, and I'll also tie that with DJ B Fats. Now, let me tell you, you play my stuff, and I mean old school classic soul. I mean everything from the 70s and 80s, whether it's some Motown or Stax or Philadelphia International, or he'll play some dance party disco or dance party funk of the 80s, whether it's George Clinton or Confunction, just to name a few. So I put DJ B Fats along with DJ Lady B Wells at number 6. Number
Okay.
5, I put down DJ Chris White. He's one of the best DJs around, representing the NYC in Harlem and the Bronx. I've seen him at different club events, so I'll put DJ Chris White at number 5. Number 4, the late DJ Tommy Allen. And let me tell you, he'll play lots of good music for the whole crowd and for every genre. Whether you're from 35 to 85, he plays lots of music and he pays attention to the crowd. So I'll put the late DJ Tommy Allen at number 4. Number 3, I'm putting a tie. It's DJ Tall Guy. Now, I've seen him a lot at different clubs and different functions. He played some old school classic soul. He'll put in a little bit of old school hip hop. He'll throw in a little bit of line dance. He'll throw in anything. You never know what he's going to be playing next. So I put DJ Tall Guy at number 3, and I put that a tie with DJ Sugar Daddy. I knew this guy. His real name was Kevin Woodley. I knew him back then when I once worked at Viacom CBS Paramount at Black Rock headquarters in New York City when CBS had records. I had a chance to meet this guy. He remembered me when I was going to these different clubs, including the Inkwell. That's where he works at. He's best known for doing some old school classic soul, warming up the crowd. He'll throw in some line dances and everything. So I'll put DJ Tall Guy and DJ Sugar Daddy at number 3. Number 2, it's a new white guy. I got a chance to see him play. His name is DJ Herbert Holler, representing Philadelphia, PA. When I was going to the La Poisson Rouge in New York City's Greenwich Village. I went there back in 2022 of May. This was May 6th, Mother's Day weekend. And I said to myself, let me go check this guy out. And let me tell you, he was playing my stuff. When he was playing my stuff, he would play some Michael Jackson, all the stuff when he was with Motown, then switched over to CBS Records. He'd throw in some Blue Eyed Soul. He played everything for a diversity crowd, white, black, Latino, Asian, Native American, Caribbean American, Haitian American, Indian American, LGBTQ. Let me tell you, he attracts the whole diversity crowd, and he'll play some stuff from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. He played some old school classic soul, old school classic blue eyed soul. I'm telling you, man, he plays stuff from the MTV, VH1, and BET era of the 80s and 90s, whether it's Biggie Smalls or Run DMC or DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will the Fresh, Prince Smith, Queen Latifah,
Mm.
and he'll play a lot of it, everything. So I put this guy, DJ Herbert Holler, at number two. And at number one, the late DJ Mr. C. They call him the finisher, representing Brooklyn, New York. He once was on Hot 97, and I would see him in different club venues, after work parties. Let me tell you, he dig into the crates. In other words, he goes into your mama crates full of LPs. He'll play anything, whether it's old school classic soul from Michael Jackson to Diana Ross to Prince, and he would play the whole nine. And I got a chance to see him at different club venues at the Inkwell and the NYC and other events. So I put down the late DJ Mr. C, the finisher, at number one. So that's my top 10 DJs of all time. So, DJ Fab, you have any of your favorites?
Yeah, I do have them a lot. So you want me to name some of them?
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, firstly, I will go with the hip hop DJs because that's exactly what I grew up with. Hip hop and
Hmm.
kind of all for hip hop and dancehall. For hip hop DJs, I will go with Master Flash first, Jazzy Jeff, and Jimmy Jad, and then I will go with Black Coffee. You've heard of Black Coffee?
I heard of Black Coffee, but I don't think I've seen one of their
Right.
music videos that
He's
much.
originally from South Africa, man. He's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and also I'm not a fan of house music, but I listen to Carl Cox. You know him?
Hmm. I don't know him, but I've been to different clubs where they do play house music. Some of the songs that I do know, Lost in House Music all night long. Yeah, some of those.
I see. So my first is Master Flash, Jazzy Jeff, Jimmy Jad, Black Coffee, and you have um, um, Kabzat is small. It's a DJ also in South Africa. He's also good when it comes to like the piano side. He's very good. And I'll go with DJ Premier also.
That I know. DJ
Yeah,
Premier, that I know.
yeah, I do love him. And when it comes to the turntablism side, I will go with more of DJ Chris, DJ Grandmaster Flash, DJ Crash Bastard. Yes, those people. And when it comes to like kind of uh, I would say production side or like African DJs, I will go with DJ Maforosa, DJ Neptune, DJ Kent, DJ Spinner, DJ Tunes. Like these are some good DJs in Africa also. Like they really put in the music out there. They put a lot of work to push the music out to really make Afrobeat go this level it is right now. Because some of them they were based in the state, in the UK, London, so they really put in work to push it on radio because some of them started in the radio. So they were pushing some of this music really hard on the radios and things. So those are my top DJs of all time that I really go with. These DJs I just called.
Oh, okay. Oh, before we go, I don't want to leave out one of the DJs of all time. You mentioned Grandmaster Flash, but I don't want to leave out DJ Jam Master Jay, who's the DJ for Run DMC. He would be mixing and scratching and all of that. So I don't want to leave him out. So rest in peace to DJ Jam Master Jay of
Rest in
Run
peace.
DMC. Yes. Well, DJ Fab, it's been a pleasure talking with you on the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be with me on my show. Continued success with all of the other ventures that you'll be attending and everything. And like I said, I've been to so many after work party clubs on Friday night, so depending on who the DJ is that attracts the crowd and everything. So hats off to you, my friend, and continued success.
Thank you, my brother. Thanks for having me on the show. And I wish you guys all the best. And I wish to be on the show again another time. Anytime you really need me, just hit me up. I'll email you my contact and everything. Maybe anytime I'm about to have something in the state, I'll hit you up and we can link for real and do the podcast now live. So thanks for having
Oh,
me. I do appreciate
oh yes. And you're welcome to come on back whenever you're here in the States, especially here in the NYC. You're welcome to come on back. You know, I do all this stuff. Normally I don't do this stuff live. I do it recorded on tape. So I always make sure that I keep in touch with those who I've interviewed and check on, see how well they're doing, if they are promoting any projects, or that they're promoting new music, or if they're in town doing clubs. You know, like I mentioned, here in New York, where I see different DJs, whether it's outdoors or indoors, I've always keep in touch with them. Thank you so much. Now,
Thank you.
before we go, where can we
Yes, sir.
follow you on social media?
On all social medias, my handles are the same. It's DJ Fab 1739. DJ FAB 1739. On every platform you can find me just like that. Say YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, all social media is DJ Fab 1739.
Okay. Download all of our favorite DJs that we have talked about on this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Visit iTunes.com, Spotify.com, or purchase a CD at Amazon.com. Make sure you follow DJ Fab. Look for him on these platforms. Look for him at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Snapchat under DJ Fab 1739. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to check out this episode, please subscribe to the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Look for me on these 5 platforms. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. And the link is riverside.fm/studio/Samuel Wilson Jr.'s. Don't forget to add the S at the end, dash studio. And I will be posting this episode on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And if you have a hard time getting on to riverside.fm, then please become a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. You got a computer? Put in your email address and your password and go to the Patreon homepage where you see all of the Patreon shows done by different creators. Make sure you go to the search box and type in the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast, where you can check out all of my audio and video podcast episodes from season 4 and season 5, and check out all of the video podcast clips that you may have missed. And if you have a hard time getting on to Patreon, then I will be posting this episode on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. All you need to do is go to the YouTube homepage, go to the search box, and type in the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. If you love this episode, if you love my podcast, please subscribe, please support, please give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment, and please pass it on. Thank you for joining me as I close out this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience. Well, that's about it for this edition of the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. I'm Sam Wilson Jr. Thank you for joining me, and please tune in next week for an all-new episode. The Black Soul Music Experience Podcast is sponsored by the support of listeners and viewers like you. If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe to the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. Look for my podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. And don't forget the link. The link is riverside.fm/studio/Samuel-Wilson Jr.'s-studio. And don't forget to check out my audio and video podcast episodes by becoming a member and subscribe to patreon.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. And please check out my video podcast episodes by subscribing to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. And please leave your comments, feedbacks, and replies by going to my Facebook homepage. Go to facebook.com/the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast. You can also tweet me on X, aka Twitter, at Sam Wilson Jr. 66, and follow me on Instagram at SAMM.Y2980. As always, partying, remember this: reach for the top and your dreams will come true, and it can happen to you. From all of us, take care. God bless. Thanks for listening. Have a good week, and please be safe.